It is Trial Tuesday once again. Mopeds on South Carolina roadways could be a thing of the past thanks to a new bill that's been pre-filed in the State House. Attorney David Aylor, who I'm told has ridden in a sidecar before, joins us right now to weigh in. Counselor, so tell me about this. You see mopeds pretty much everywhere, especially here in the Charleston area. You're telling me that this bill wants to eliminate all mopeds from all South Carolina roadways?
Yeah, any road, and that's exactly what the bill was done. It's not legislation to sort of curtail it or put more regulations in. It's to ban them altogether.
It seems like a little far-reaching to me.
I don't think it'll pass. Now, I will say that within the bill, they make some good points, or what most people would consider good points related to safety and things like that. Not just safety for the rider on the moped, but also, of course, safety for the other vehicles. But to think a bill is going to pass is going to completely ban them, there's too many people that depend on them in this state. I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, let's break this thing down a little bit, talk about those safety issues. Of course, most mopeds are unlicensed. You just see them going by and it says moped as their license tag. It's got to be difficult to charge for taxes for. Also, it's got to be difficult to hunt down if they do violate some kind of traffic violation.
Well, first of all, yes, when it comes to actually moped, they don't have to register the mopeds themselves. So it's just like purchasing any other item from a store. And then in regards to the licenses, people sometimes are a little bit confused about that. You actually do need a moped license under a lot of conditions. However, if you've had a driver's license within a certain period of time prior to getting the moped, then you can, go for that period and then have to get it. So it's not just completely lawless to that degree. But as far as getting pulled over and things like that, yes, you're right. Sometimes it's difficult. It's more based off the description because there isn't a tag. Yeah. However, at the same time, we're not talking about vehicles that are moving very fast.
True.
So if, in fact, the police were involved, most often they're able to find the moped.
Well, let's talk about this and how fast they do go, because you're not regulated to wear a helmet on a motorcycle or a moped here in South Carolina.
Correct.
Is this something to try and curtail the deaths that might come from that?
Well, there's a very strong lobby here in the state of South Carolina related to motorcycle riders and their rights to be able to not have to ride with a helmet, and really sort of just bled down from that related to the mopeds as well. I don't really see that change. And what you may see change is some more regulations related to the licensing of mopeds, the age of the individuals, and also, most importantly, what I see often is multiple people on the mopeds. That also can be a safety issue.
Let's talk about another thing. It's kind of an unspoken thing around the Charleston area that a lot of people believe that because you're riding a moped, you may have been convicted of a DUI and lost your license, and this is kind of a way to get around it. Is this, pre-file bill something to try and curb that as well?
That's something that you often hear, and I think that is true to some degree. There are people that have had a suspended driver's license for what other reason, whether it be related to an alcohol offense or so many other things that could happen that'll suspend your driver's license, that they then use the moped. However, outside of that, I know I've had a lot of clients, know a lot of other people, from college kids to older individuals on fixed incomes that also use a moped for gas mileage and for parking in places like downtown.
Cost effective, that's for sure.
So it's definitely not just a liquor scooter as a a rough term you often hear. But do I think that this bill may help sort of at least start the discussion to further legislation related to regulation of it? Probably so, but it's not all going to just go away. There's no way that'll happen.
Well, we'll certainly have to keep an eye on that and bring you back on to talk about the latest. All right, David Aylor, thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Do appreciate it as always. Much more Low Country Live coming your way next.
Trial Tuesday, brought to you by attorney David Aylor.